But it's also the appearance day of Sripad Vijay Raman Prabhu, who I like to call the father of the Russian mission. And he is so dear to all the devotees, but to Srila Gurudev himself. And Gurudev, when he had a lot of love and affection for a particular devotee, often he associated something with them. So much so that he would assign their name to it. So we know how much the Russian people love honey. That's why I know whenever I give a honey example, they all like honey bears. So Vijay Raman Prabhu was always bringing honey from very nice, his friends in Petersburg collect honey, like right out of the hive and pack. He would bring that to Srila Gurudev, Srila Govinda Maharaj, and he appreciated it very much. Like, take a spoon, very modestly, Gurudev was taking it. But when he wanted some from the honey store supply, he would say, like to one of his servitors, "Bring me Vijay Raman." And that was the code word for honey, is Vijay Raman. So, just like Boro Plus was Chidananda. So honey was Vijay Raman. And although Gurudev went to Moscow many times and to Petersburg many times more than Moscow, when we'd get, and I had the good fortune often to be with him before he would embark on these journeys, the general devotees would say like, "Oh, Gurudev, you're getting ready to go to Russia, or you're going to visit Moscow, or you're going to St. Petersburg," and Gurudev would say, "I'm going to be with Vijay Raman Prabhu. That's where I'm going. I'm going to be with Vijay Raman, because I know if I'm with him, he's taking care of everything." And the last few visits, he didn't even go to Moscow. He just went directly to Lakhta, to St. Petersburg, Lakhta, to Vijay Raman Prabhu. And it was very sweet to say that, because we know Srila Avadut Maharaj is arranging everything. But so Gurudev would say, "I'm going to be with Vijay." You know? And when as the Russian mission was like just growing and developing, and it's to this day continuing to expand. And by, I mean, in Russian Federation, not only, but like Russian-speaking countries surrounding Ukraine, Belarus, and other places, that Gurudev would give all the credit to Avadut Maharaj and Vijay Raman Prabhu. Right? And they would always say, Vijay Raman Prabhu and Avadut Maharaj would always give all the credit to Gurudev. Right? So, and it's sweet to see that. But we know, like Prabhupada said in one place, because he had his family members, and it's in one of his purports, he said, the family members of an acharya will never see the acharya, see their family member as an acharya. He'll always remain like a family member to them. And we say, like, even in, I mean, if you think that's a fault here, even in Golok, Krishna's own family don't think that he's God. So don't hold it against anybody here. You're saying, "He's my boy. And I have this boy," and they start these vicious rumors. He's a god, or he's the god of gods. A bunch of crazy, envious people are saying these things. So if you think like, I thought that's what we're preaching. Yeah, in this world. But when you get to that world, Yashoda could turn and say, gonna wash your mouth out with neem soap, or something. You say, I don't want to hear all this about, he's not my son. He's the son of Vasudeva and Devaki, and all this nonsense people are talking about. So Prabhupada saying, it's the family, they see, he's saying that in general. And the reason I bring it up is because we live to see that contradicted in this sense. And you can find, there's an extraordinary picture. And I should preface this by saying, I've seen Vijay Raman Prabhu rip food out of Avadut Maharaj's mouth. Don't eat that. I mean, as a grown, not as a child, as a grown, and just take it out of his mouth and throw it in the garbage or something, and then say, I made something, you take this, right? And generally, Avadut Maharaj, he never loses his cool, but Vijay can press his button instantly. And then it's father and son, and this whole thing, and then throw in Satya Sundar, and you've got, the Moscow Circus, But then I saw Srila Avadut Maharaj's appearance day came. And you can see this picture, and you see, all the other disciples and devotees, Vijay Raman Prabhu come and get down on his hands and knees and give Shastanga Dandavats to his son, but not as his son, as the Acharya of the Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, Russian Federation Mission, etc. It's a very, when I saw that picture, I was just touched, moved. His father is on his hands and knees in front of his son. I thought, Guru Maharaj said, he said, everything Guru Maharaj says that comes true in different ways. So he said when he's giving advice about how do you balance this whole thing between God brother, guru, your God brother becomes a guru, father, son, son, father. We know Raghunandan Thakur and Mukunda, how they handled it. Right? When Mahaprabhu said, Mukunda, who's the father? You or Raghunandan? And he said, Raghunandan, because he knew Mahaprabhu's heart. He said, he has superior devotion to me. So he's the father, and I'm in the subordinate position. That's what he meant. So Guru Maharaj said, because he's talking, when you use formality and not formality, he gave everything perfectly, actually. So he said, in the British system, where they call, at least in his day, lawyers were called pleaders. He said, if the father is a pleader, lawyer, and his son is a judge, when the father approaches the what do they call it, the bench, the judge, he will say, my lord, if it so pleases the court, or yes, my lord. He will address him as lord. So that was an example I heard Guru Maharaj give in 1978, but I saw it personified in Vijay Raman Prabhu bowing at the lotus feet of Avadut Maharaj on his Vyas Puja Day in St. Petersburg. And I thought, this is extraordinary. So we know that he also mercifully allows some of his servitors to come here and assist, like Jyoti Sundar Prabhu and others. They're practically Jyoti, Surabandha, and Sundar. They're almost like Vijay Raman's disciples, right? Substantially, and so many devotees see him as more than just grandfather but a guru figure, because he's representing Guru actually, and devotion to Guru. So, and when I went there, he treated me like a son. He would cook for me, make sure that I had everything I needed, took me to the Ruski Banyo, his own private one, and hit me with birch leaves, I mean, in a nice way, in case someone like misinterprets that. I'm saying, and he affectionately took a branch from a tree and whipped me. Like Abhiram Thakur. But you have to know what that is. And that night, when I came out there and I see like, how can that thing be on 100? Isn't that boiling? And as we walk, so that's in his place. I have to walk through snow and ice to get back to where I am. He said, don't go yet. I know why. And then he took this officer's coat from like the Soviet times. Only an officer can have this coat. It's like this beautiful leather coat with fur on the inside, and he wrapped me in this coat and then took me. He said, you might have a problem going from here to there, from being in 100 centigrade to now minus 20, unless you're a Russian, and then it's just like a day at the beach, right? Jumping in the ice water. So, so much effect. And Vijay, he's the one he talks to me in Russian, has whole conversations where he's speaking to me in Russian, and somehow by his mystic potency, I understand what he's saying. There's no translator. He just starts speaking to me in Russian, like extensively, and I basically understand what he's saying. So he's like a father to me, but to the whole mission, and he's fitter than all. He went on the, Leelavati was there, right? He went on to where? Muktina, or one of them, in the Himalayas, right? All the way.
Every living being, not just human being.
Right. Amazing. So, and I don't even, how many years? 81. So that means at 80, that was last year. So at 80, he climbed the Himalayas, singing the Maha Mantra all along the way, liberating so many souls. So we always want his benevolent, affectionate glance. We know with him watching over us that we're safe, and one of his contributions is the Acharya of the Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, the Russian mission. So, and numerous other things. Super talented Satya Sundar Prabhu and the whole family line, his wife Tulsi, and the property in Lakta, which, the local people there say there was like, there's supposed to be some hidden treasure. And so you see the guys with minesweepers going around searching for stuff. And I said, how ironic. I said, this mott is the hidden treasure that was buried, allegedly hidden in Lakta somewhere. Is Guru, Gauranga, Radhamadava Sundar Jiu. There was such beautiful deities, and it's all going, and just more glorious every year. The temple looks more beautiful year after year. He keeps embellishing it, making it look more beautiful. So, Vijay, Raman Prabhu, Ki Jai.